Guys, what's up? It's 11:11 a.m. I'm lying. It's actually like 11:07. This thought 11:11 sounded cooler. So what's up with that? Anyways, it is, however, October 28th. Sports discussion. Here we go. One thing that I did forget to mention yesterday, and was a big deal, I actually mentioned it to my wife as soon as I woke up, that October 27th, 2022, even though the Cowboys lost, it was against the Seattle Seahawks that Emmitt Smith broke the rushing record held by Walter Payton. It was like 16,736 yards, I believe, 26 yards, something like that. Emmett ended with 18,355. While later, I have talked to Emmett before, believe it or not, and he's like my hero, guys. I asked why didn't you go for 20,000? And I asked, is it because your last year you ran for 937 yards, and your rookie year you ran for 937 yards? Did that kind of make you feel like there was a sign? And he just said during the Pro Bowl he was talking to Tim Brown, who was he's a Hall of Fame receiver, guys, for the Raiders, played for Notre Dame. How do you know if he should come back? And he said Tim Brown told him, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. So missed doing that. But again, 2002, I graduated that year, so had just gotten out of high school with my first fall as being a real man, right? No, far from it. Anyways, guys, the World Series game last night, that was freaking nuts. It's cool Kershaw got to get out there. I know he's retiring this year. Ohtani, man, getting on base, setting the record 9 times. Now, I know that his last 5 he was walked. The last one he was walked. The 4 before that he was intentionally walked. His 4 plate appearances before that, he had like a ground rule double, a home run, a double, and a home run. That's why, guys, I picked the Dodgers to win again, and I'll pick them to win next year too. I'm just gonna. People overreact sometimes. I'm gonna use this like a Philadelphia Eagles team, or when the Ravens won the Super Bowl a few years ago. No offense to anything, but Joe Flacco automatically became elite whenever they beat the Niners that year, and they had a really good defense. It was meant to be. It was like Ray Lewis's last year, and it was just meant to be. But Flacco was all of a sudden elite in discussion for Hall of Fame consideration, and it's just not cool. It's, kind of like Bill Parcells said over to Tony Romo stuff. Go ahead and you guys can quit building the bus. You can slow down, on the spot in Canton. He's only played like 3 games wherever he had said that. But anyways, the Dodgers, with that being said, just the same reason that I have no problem with if somebody picked Kansas City Chiefs every year. I think Patrick Mahomes is the greatest player in the league, period, and the quarterback's the most important position. So even if you wanted to say Jonathan Taylor or Saquon when he's on, or, a defensive player, Myles Garrett got 5 sacks on Sunday, 5 sacks. And that's how much of a warrior he is. He signed the money. He wanted out of there, but he signed the money for the contract. But maybe they told him they were going to get good people. Gabriel's not it, I don't think. I wish they'd start Shador. I know they don't want to do that. They've got like a bye week, and then they play the Jets. We'll see. It was a rough week for me sports-wise. My high school football team played their rival. Shout out to Willard. I won't say the other school's name that beat us like 52-7. The Jayhawks got eliminated hardcore, just terribly beaten by their rivals as well, Kansas State. And then Dallas, who hasn't been to a Super Bowl or an NFC Championship game in 30 years, also hasn't. And they only play like every 4 years, guys, but they haven't beat the Broncos since 1995. And I remember that game because I remember Aikman doing this sort of rollout to the right and then stumbling and then running up the sideline and kind of getting in there for a touchdown. He didn't run very often. It looked very awkward. But that was my favorite season as a kid. I was actually in 6th grade, but that was probably my favorite season because I was so into it. So into it. I was into it the year that they won, the second time they won Buffalo. The first time I was still, watching. I was a Cowboy fan for, since for a few years. So, I was 5 years old, guys, and then 6, 7. But that next year, I really was aware that they won the Super Bowl, and they meant a lot to me. And when they lost to the Niners on January 15th, 1995. So it was 95, but it was January of 96 when they won that bowl game. Anyways, so today there's another baseball game tonight. It's at LA, and guys, I know that. What do you think? I mean, I really thought 6 games. I think I said 7, but I think it's looking more like 6. We'll see though, because I think tonight, well, it's going to go 7 games in my opinion, because I believe the Dodgers are going to win tonight, go up 3-1, and then it's going to go back to Toronto. I'll say 6 games, guys. I don't know, 6 or 7 games, but Los Angeles, that's it. And it's a very, very good series. I mean, what did they go, 18 last night? So it's past my payroll. But today there is basketball for me. Again, the Jayhawks are playing, which is my team. That's who I kind of follow. If you guys follow different teams like college basketball, put down there. It's the last exhibition game of the year because they play Monday, this coming Monday, November 3rd. Can you guys believe that'll be November? Monday will be November. And today is Tuesday. They'll play against Green Bay, and today they play Fort Hays State. Now, Fort Hays is a college in Kansas, and this game is at Allen Fieldhouse. So these guys get to go up there. I think they'll probably get paid. Fort Hays, I don't know how much they'll get paid. You could probably look that up if you cared, but a good amount to go and just kind of play these guys and get them warmed up. And one of the things for today's video is we are going, the Thursday night videos that I do, or the Thursday videos that I do at work, guys, I'm not going to do anymore on Thursdays. Due to reasons I don't really want to get into, but I chose this. This was not like something that, anybody else chose. I am going to not be here on Thursdays, so that's 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday. My wife's actually going to fill in here for me for a little bit, and maybe for a while, I don't know, maybe forever. I have no idea if she likes it. That's the main thing, if she likes it. If not, I still eventually might come back, but I've told them this about 6 weeks ago that I would probably, due to reasons I didn't even discuss with them really, that I would be off on Thursdays. So that kind of eliminates me doing the Thursday night games, right? The picks. With that being said, Tuesday, I think I would like to discuss maybe what happened over the last week in football. Kind of go over the scores and things like that, because we did that, I think, yesterday. But I think what we'll do is we might go over like the Monday night games on Monday, but then on Tuesdays what we'll do is we'll kind of talk about the weekend scores and all that stuff. Right now we got baseball and all sorts of stuff going on, so you'll see if I'm excited or not during college basketball season. But with that being said about the Thursdays, guys, this Thursday the Ravens play at the Dolphins. Dolphins coming off a huge win. Ravens coming off a huge win. So Cooper Rush was the Cowboys backup for a long time, and they let him go, and he went and signed with the Ravens. Now, if you haven't paid attention, Lamar has, I'm sure you paid attention, or otherwise you wouldn't even be watching this video. Lamar got hurt, I think with a hamstring issue, and he was out, and the Ravens have not done well at all. Derrick Henry, who just had the fumbling problem, now you can't even run the ball when you're constantly losing. So they took him out, and they put Huntley in, and Huntley just beat this tire out of this team, who, did not, this whole weekend, every game except the Jets beating the Bengals, it was just a blowout. Hold on one moment, guys. Anyways, I'm back, guys. So this game, Tua Everybody's like, Vince Tua, he's snitching out the locker room, talking about people aren't going to meetings and leaders aren't being leaders. Guys, you're the leader, dude. I mean, you're the main guy, You're the, we'll say HPIC, head player in charge. If you know, you know. Okay, shout out to the movie Lean On Me. Love that movie. Free Joe Clark. Free Joe Clark. So anyways, guys, Tua comes in, throws 4 tutties. Waddle does well. Running back situation looked pretty good. Ravens look like a totally different team. And are they getting Lamar back? Are they not getting Lamar back? My fantasy team would like to know. Guys, Lamar was my first pick and would have been my first pick in the other league, but my wife, I didn't pick him. I picked Jalen Hurts instead. I made that mistake. And, I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just went with Lamar because that's who I wanted, even if he doesn't do good. But I've been able to hold off because I picked up Stafford, and Stafford held me out. And then he was on bye, so I picked up Daniel Jones, who did really well for me. And if, Lamar comes back, guys, that's who I'm playing. Even though my other league, I just beat the guy that was in first place. He's still in first because we don't go off of head-to-head matchup victories. So even though I just beat this guy and we both have the same record, he has like 10 more points in the season than I do. So he's ranked number 1, even though I just beat you by 90 almost. So we'll see. Anyways, when Lamar comes back, he was my first overall pick. I know you're not supposed to do that, pick a quarterback I don't care, guys. I have not won without a good quarterback. I need a good quarterback to control my emotions. So with that being said, I would love for Lamar to come back. If Lamar does not come back, it's going to be a pretty close game. I just want to say, like, the Cowboys in Detroit, I don't want them ever to be moved, guys. I know there's votes for that, but I wouldn't want, even if I wasn't a fan of that, I just would want to keep that the same. I like the football history. I liked having another game, add more games if you want to add more games, but leave those alone. The Ravens, now this game's in Miami, but you guys missed opportunity. Anytime the game is around Halloween, you guys should always do a Halloween game. The Ravens need to be involved with this, guys. They are the perennial scariness of the NFL, right? I mean, quote the Raven. It's the whole Edgar Allan Poe thing. And so we're at that time of year. It's super great for the Ravens to be involved. And so I think this game should have been in Maryland. I think that opportunity was probably messed up. Schedule makers, maybe there's something going on that week and the stadium's being used. I don't know. But I just think that this year particularly is super cool that the Ravens are playing one day before Halloween. Because Halloween, guys, if you were unaware, but many of you may not be, Halloween is on a Friday this year. So, if there's football, I think maybe there's like districts or stuff. I don't even know if high school football is still going on, but that'd be pretty cool getting to play on Halloween night, right? I think that would be dope. So, showing my age right there. Anyways, guys, so much love to you all. Baseball game tonight. I'm picking the Dodgers to win this one. I don't think it'll go more than 9 innings, but I think the Dodgers, part of me wants to say is going to score 7, like 7-5, 7-6. Why not? Dodgers 7, Blue Jays 6. Guerrero's going to homer. Is Ohtani going to homer? Psh, when is he not homer? Much love, guys. Stay blessed.